Hi, and welcome to this vocabulary lesson. In my lessons, I cover a basic word that is one of the 3,000 most used English words. However, I go deeper. So stick around to the very end of this video because we are going to look at synonyms and collocations. We're going to see this word used in context, and we're going to find out all the different words that belong in the word family. We're going to hear the opposite, the noun, the verb, the adjective, and the adverb for all the words that I teach in this series. I hope you'll stick around with me every single day and learn these 3,000 words with me. Particularly. Particularly means one out of many. It means if something is particularly true, it is especially true. So a synonym of particularly might be especially or specifically. It could be in particular or notably or extremely. And if it's the extremely meaning, there are other synonyms that can go along with it, like very, incredibly, to, really, seriously. Those are some synonyms for particularly. So there are a few different nuances to the meaning, but especially, notably, very. Those are the three different specific meanings about particularly. Let's look at it in some examples. I am particularly interested in how language changes over time, especially when it develops in informal communities. So I am particularly interested. So maybe I'm a linguist and I'm generally interested in lots of things, but I am particularly interested in how language changes over time. So out of all the different interests I might have with language, this is my special interest. The new safety guidelines are particularly important for small businesses that lack dedicated compliance teams. So the safety guidelines here are important for all businesses, but more importantly, they're important for small businesses. Putting a particularly here makes this one aspect more important. This approach is not particularly efficient. You can just say this approach is not efficient, but if I say this approach is not efficient, then there's no room for it to be a little bit efficient. But if I say this approach is not particularly efficient, then it's a little bit efficient, just not the most efficient it could be. The problem occurs particularly in urban areas during peak hours so here particularly functions to narrow or specify the scope of a statement. She performed particularly well under pressure. So this is particularly is intensifying well. It's like saying she performed very well. It's noteworthy. The opposite of particularly might be generally. The noun is particular. Now, when I use this as a noun with particular, I might put an S on the end. The particulars of this are, so that means the individual pieces that are important. The particulars are, so I'm talking about maybe the itinerary, and I'm looking at the details. There's no verb. The adjective is particular. And a person who is particular is someone who's very detail-oriented and they care. They're gonna call you on it and say, this part was wrong. They're very particular. They're looking at the details. And the adverb is particularly. Particularly. I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Research shows that if you know 3,000 words, then you can pretty much say anything you need to say. I hope I'll see you tomorrow, and please like and subscribe.